LagosHouseWife here on another episode of Gadget Tuesday, and today I am going to be reviewing something everybody has been messaging me about. LagosHouseWife, please review blenders. So I am here with a blender, and again this time it's another Ambiano product. I mean, their products are amazing. I love it. That's why I use them a lot. This is the Ambiano Professional High Performance Blender. Very amazing. You know, I told you last week, I said Ambiano is a trademark of Aldi. That's their kitchen gadget trademark of Aldi. And again, this blender is from Ambiano, Australia. As I told you last week, this one too is also from Australia. But this time they manufactured it in Australia for the German market, which is why the manual, you can see here, the manual and the recipe book is actually in German. But the place I bought this actually took the time to transcribe it to English. So I have the English manual. I'll give you the contact details in the caption of where to buy it with the transcribed manual. So as I said, this is from the Australian market, for the German market. It was first produced in May 2015. After production, they sent it out for reviews, and based on customer feedback, they updated it 4 times, checking what was the complaint, what can we adjust, what can make it perfect. And the final product came out in June 2016. And it was so amazing that the manufacturers gave it a 5 years international warranty. Now, I don't know if Nigeria is included in that, but the fact that the manufacturers can guarantee 5 years on it is a huge encouragement. And after I used the blender, I was like, woo, now I understand what they're talking about. That is why I decided to review this first as my first blender review. Now, let me move on to the build. For the build quality, let me first talk about the jug. You can see the jug is actually very sturdy. This is actually very strong plastic, but it is breakable plastic. It takes a long time before it can break, but it is breakable, so keep that in mind. And look at the handle. This is strong plastic, and the grip is so smooth, so fluid. You can actually lift very heavy things with it because of this handle. Look at the bottom. This is something I love. It actually makes a good grip of this place. It grips it quite hard, which is something I see that it's far better in oil. This beats other blenders. That's what I'm trying to say. The grip is firm, and because of the square place, it actually holds this. Then we actually have this. This is strong aluminum. Look at this. This is very strong, and it's quite heavy. The engine is actually quite heavy. Another build that I want you to note, because they have 2 types of this. Sorry, the suction. They have 2 types. Is this metal ring inside? That's the metal gear, the driving gear. What the difference is, they have one that is plastic, they have one that is metal. The only difference is that the metal one is far more durable than the plastic. Apart from that, everything is the same. So the plastic is cheaper than the metal, but it is also surrounded by plastic to protect it, so you can see that. But the metal gear, it's actually metal. So that's all for the build quality. Now let me move on to the accessories. So the accessories, it comes with this 2 liters jug. 2 liters. Actually, it's bigger than 2 liters, but they said the maximum you should put things is 2 liters. So it still has about a little bit extra. And then it comes with the lid. And this is the measuring cup that comes with it, also giving you access to pour things when blending. As I told you, it comes with the recipe book and manual, which is translated to English for me. And the plunger. So these are the accessories it comes with. One thing I love about Ambiano products is the safety features on all their products, and this blender is no exception. Let me show you a few of the safety features this one has. Number 1, for the engine, you can see this. It has strong suction, to prevent it moving when you are using it. It's rock solid. It doesn't shake, it doesn't move because of the strong suction. You can see that. Look at this. Very strong suction. The engine also has an inbuilt thermostat which prevents it from overheating. So if you're using it for too long, which is something many of you don't know with blenders. Blenders are not supposed to be kept running continuously. This has a 2-minute use. You use it 2 minutes, let it rest 1 minute, use it 2 minutes, let it rest 1 minute. Repeat that 4 times, then leave it for 30 minutes. But it's very strong. You will get your things blended before 2 minutes. So as I was saying, it has inbuilt thermostat which prevents it from being overused. The moment you are overusing it and it starts heating up inside, it switches off. It will not come on again till it cools down. Don't be worried. It's a protective feature to prevent your blender from spoiling. That's one thing I really love about this. It also has a safety sensor inside, which means if the jug is not fixed well and covered well, it will not come on. As it is like this, if I plug it and switch it on, it won't come on because it can't feel the lid, the jug on top of it. When the jug is fixed well and it is covered well, that's when it will come on. Now let me show you something here. Can you see this mark? This is where the handle of the jug must always face. If it's not facing here, it will not come on. That's another safety feature it has. So please note that the handle must always face this side. Let me show you a safety feature on the lid. Can you see this? This place and this hook on the lid. The hook on the lid must enter this place for it to be closed well. So let me show you. Press it down. You see it has hooked. If it doesn't hook, you put it on, it will not come on. So remember, like this. This is how it will come on. Moving on to the different functions of the blender. You can see here, this is for regular blending and it has 6 speeds. So you can increase it and then turn it off. Here is the mode. Mode operates these 3 buttons. This is the pulse, this is ice crushing, this is smoothie. So if you want to use pulse, you switch it like this to mode, then you press pulse. As long as your finger is on the pulse, it will be pulsing. So you do 1, 2, 3. Pulsing is always on and off, on and off. For ice crushing, you also turn it to mode, then press the ice crushing. It is programmed automatically to crush, stop, crush. So you don't need to hold it. It will do that itself. Then for the smoothie is programmed to run for 2 minutes, then it will shut off automatically. So all you have to do is turn it to mode, press, leave it, it will blend for 2 minutes and then it will stop blending. So those are the features you have on it. Regular blending with 6 speed, pulse, ice crushing and smoothie. In relation to the functions, let me show you the blades. Can you see? It's 6 blades. This is Japanese stainless steel, very strong and sharp. Please don't joke with them. And it moves depending on the functions you use. So if you use pulse, there's a certain way it moves. If you use regular blending, there's a certain way it blends. So which means you can't use blending to do ice crushing. That's why those functions are specified. Those functions control how the blade moves. Please note that. Now, my own issue is that they did not consult me before doing the final production. So I actually have 2 minor issues with it. Number 1 is the fact that the transition between off and mode is too smooth. So when you're actually switching it off like this, you won't know when you switch to mode instead of just stopping at off. They should have put a little bit of friction where it will stop at off. Then you now be the one to switch it to mode. That's one thing I noticed about it. Then number 2, this mark is not showing so clearly. They should have highlighted it in another color so that people will be able to distinguish. Many times when I'm blending with a smooth transition, I'll now have to look down to see, okay, it's off. But those are the only two pet peeves. It doesn't affect the performance in any way. I'm just saying, oh, me that I just like switching off. It will now go to mode instead of going off, and then the mark is not showing clearly enough. That's all. You know I always round up with a recipe, and now I want to show you a quick Greek yogurt and mango smoothie. Very delicious. That's it for today's episode of Gadget Tuesday. I hope you have learned a lot about this Ambiano blender, and you can tell I recommend it wholeheartedly. As I said, read the caption for how to buy it and the current going price. Till next week again, when I'll be coming with another gadget. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up on this video. I deserve it now, don't I? And to follow, turn on your notifications, so the moment videos are coming in, you just be getting it.